Hi friends, it's Kiwi here from Cambridge, and today we are going to be making what every kid loves and I think pretty much every parent hates. So parents, please don't hate me. But today we're going to be making a foolproof, guaranteed to work slime recipe. Now, all you need is 3 to 4 ingredients, depending on if you want it colorful or not, and a bowl and a spoon and some measuring cups and a measuring spoon. So you're gonna need 1/8 cup of glue. Now it can be white glue, clear glue, Elmer's glue, no name glue. As long as it's a washable school glue, school-based glue, you're good to go. You need 1/4 cup, so 1/8 cup glue, 1/4 cup of water. Now, most recipes call for like a hot water or warm water. You want cold to room temperature. It works the best. Lastly, well, almost lastly, you need 1 teaspoon of borax. This is the magic. Lots of people will try to use contact like saline solution. Some people will try to use foam. Some people will try to use like cornstarch or starch or whatever. It doesn't work. I cannot tell you how many times I have made slime recipes and they don't work. Okay? And then of course, if you want food coloring to make it colorful, you'll need some food coloring as well. Don't use glitter. Don't use anything else you can add into it. If you want to add like some stuff in it after, like the big little, toys and stuff, you can add that after, but not while we're doing it. It doesn't work. Okay? Parents, I know how much you are going to be like, really, Kiwi? Slime? This stuff comes out. So if it gets on clothes, if it gets on couches, if it gets on carpets, anything like that, socks, hair, hair's a little bit different, but if it gets on any sort of material, vinegar, plain white vinegar takes it out. You pour it on, you give it a little scrub, you let it sit, and then you wash it out, boom, gone, no issues, okay? So with that being said, you need a bowl and a spoon, and let's get started. Okay. So here's my bowl, got my spoon. We are going to start with a 1/8 cup of glue. So it's a little tiny glue. Oh, I have glue on here already. You're gonna fill this up. Now measurements, normally you can do a little bit more or a little bit less, but with this recipe, like I said, if you follow everything I say to a T, it will work. Okay, so it's not a whole lot of glue. Take your spoon. Now, parents, with the bowl that you are using, know that this one does wash out really easily, which is nice. And then in the end, if you want to keep the slime, you can store it in a Ziploc baggie and it will have no issues. Okay, so get as much of it out as you can. From here, you are going to add your 1/4 cup of water. And you're gonna give it just a little baby stir. You just wanna try to get everything off the sides that's not in the water, as much as you can. Okay, so here's where you're gonna add your food coloring. Let's do green for Kiwi, because Kiwis are green. Oops. Well, all my food coloring, my cap fell in, so all my food coloring just came off of my cap, and that's more than enough. So I'm just gonna put that aside. Give it a little stir. From here, you're gonna take your borax, and I said a teaspoon, but I only want you to fill it up 3/4 of the way, so not all the way. And then that way, if you do need to add a little bit extra, you can. So the trick is not just to dump it all in. That's what makes it not form properly. So you're gonna wanna sprinkle it in all around. Now this is the magic of the slime. Then sprinkle, and then you're gonna stir. Stir, 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 stir. And as you can see, it's forming as I'm stirring. Now there's a few pieces that aren't forming, so that's where we're just gonna add the rest of the borax in. And green didn't really stick, but that's okay. I'm gonna have white whitey green slime, I guess. Stir, 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 stir. You want to try to get as much of it together as possible. You may also have to get your fingers a little dirty, but that's also the best part of baking and science experiments is getting messy. So I have some that's not super sticking together, but that's okay. As soon as you start working it, it will all form together. Now, sometimes if you let it sit for a little bit, that does help, but you don't need to. I have a little bit of glue that's not sticking to each other. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my slime out of the way. I do have a paper towel over here. I'm not just wiping my hands on the table. And I am just gonna grab that's a lot. Just a little bit more borax, just because I do have a little bit of glue and water in the bottom. And hopefully then I can get the rest of this to form. But it does work. Needless to say, my slime is good. It's working. It just needs to sit for a little bit, so it really does form. But has a little bit of color. I'm just gonna squish this together. It's just gonna be easier for me. Gonna squish this in. So this is if you wanted to put like hard objects and things in it, you could do it now, but I don't want to. So here it is. Here's my slime. Voila. Nice part about this recipe is it's not too sticky, so it doesn't always fall. I know with slime sometimes it will drip, and that's okay, but this one doesn't do that. So it still makes all the slimy noises that you need. It's still the sensory feeling of something squishy and slimy, but calming in hands. But then it also works as something to play with. So remember, friends, every time you play with slime, when you are done and this slime goes away, or you're like, I'm hungry, or I want to go play with something else. As soon as you are done touching your slime, you need to wash your hands, okay? Just remember that, and then you'll never have any issues. All I can say is, happy slime making, friends. Bye.